For all your MyTeam needs, make sure you hit up aoeah.com and use code VON for 3% off at checkout.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. Before I get into this video, make sure you guys are hitting that like button and hitting that sub button. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. We got content coming every single day, and all of a sudden, I'm actually monetized. It's pretty crazy. I put in the approval, I think Thursday night, and I actually got approved Friday at around 2 o'clock. So it was super quick. Normally, it takes like a month for most people, but it only took me 1 day. So we're officially earning money, which means I could put even more money into creating better content, more consistent content, uploading more videos a day, giving YouTube way more time. So I appreciate everybody that's already showed love. And of course, I appreciate everybody who's going to be showing love in the future. But today we're getting into the top 10 cards under 50K in NBA 2K22 MyTeam. At this point in the game, 50K is plenty to get a good card. You don't have to have invincibles to win in this game. I think I've proven that. If you watch my no money spent, I mean, you can kind of just see you don't have to have invincibles. You could have just these regular cards, because these cards, I think people think invincibles are unbeatable, but I mean, you don't really need much more than a 35 badge Rudy Gay. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, this card is, I mean, if you get rid of the invincibles, it's a top 5 card in the game. This card's super good, but there's plenty of them that I really do suggest under 50K. So we're going to start at number 10, and we're going to move our way up to number 1. At number 10, I'm starting out with a point guard. If you watch my channel for a while, everybody should know I love point guards that have height, and Paul Pierce obviously has height. At 6'7", he doesn't move the greatest, which is why he's at number 10. But he moves good enough to where you'll still be able to get buckets with him. And just with his height, you'll be able to bully a lot of shorter guards inside the paint, like a D Wade or whatever it may be. With the 96.3, the 90 driving dunk, which isn't great, but it's not bad. And it's honestly, I wouldn't even say it's average. I would say it's good. You're still going to be able to dunk on people. The 94 ball control is great. Amazing defense. Can defend inside, can defend outside, can grab rebounds. Speed is a little bit iffy. I'd probably put a shoe on him for speed if you can. This card is not even 30K. Most of the time, he's usually like 35, maybe. But a lot of times, you'll see him under 30K, especially on Thursdays when the new cards get announced. His price tanks a lot. So you'll have plenty of space to get a diamond shoe for him and put at least +3 speed. If you could do +4, that would be even better. But nonetheless, a great card with these 34 Hall of Fame badges. He has hyperdrive and quick chain and blinders, which just make this card absolutely insane. I definitely suggest picking him up. One of the best cheap point guards in the game. Getting into these centers from the same Swish set, it's going to be Nate Thurmond. I feel like everybody should know that this card was going to be on here. He could be higher. A lot of people might put him higher. But honestly, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of his jump shot. He didn't last on my team for too long. But I know his jump shot's easy to time. I just honestly don't like jump shots that look weird. With the 92 three-point shot, the 95 driving dunk, great ball handle for a center, amazing defense, great rebounding, super quick as well for a center. That's his height at 6'11", and then he has all the badges. He does have all the defensive badges, I think, except 1 or 2. I'm not sure what those are, but all the defensive badges you want him to have, he's gonna have. Don't really take what I'm saying about the jump shot too serious. Like I said, it's super easy to time. I'm just kind of picky with the way my jump shots look. It kind of gets in my head a little bit and makes it harder for me to green. But I know people can green with this card super easy. So I definitely suggest you pick him up if you need a center. The next one is actually just going to be a pure shooter. But because he's in these Swish sets, he actually can play amazing defense. And that's exactly why he's on this list. Obviously, Kyle Korver, one of the best shooters ever. I'm not going to say top 5 or anything, but he is a great shooter with a 99 three-point shot. They also glitched him with a dunk. He's got great ball handling. And then the 94 perimeter and the 92 steal also gave him 88 interior. So he's going to be able to play the 3, and you're going to have absolutely no problem. Ball control is not too bad. Honestly, the perfect card to play at the 3. Like I said, when a card's playing the 3, you don't really care too much about block, but you want him to at least have an 85 interior, and this card does. Not a great rebounder, so I would make sure that both of your centers have decent height, or maybe if you have a taller point guard like Paul Pierce to make up for the rebounding, that would also be a great option. 96 speed is amazing, great acceleration, great vertical, great strength, just overall a great card. Obviously, Kyle Korver, I'm pretty sure he does have every single shooting badge. He also has quick chain. Like I said, shooting badge, he's going to have blinders, he's going to have chef, and he's pretty much going to have everything else. I do think he has every shooting badge. Gold hyperdrive, good enough. You don't need it to be Hall of Fame. You're not going to be dribbling with this card too much. And honestly, I do think that this is probably the best spot up card, just to put in the corner, play defense, shoot. Obviously, being glitched, he can get to the rim, but it's Kyle Korver. You're probably just going to leave him in the corner anyways. Getting into the next card is going to be another point guard that I actually do think is a little bit better than Paul Pierce, because just I feel like he moves just a little bit better. I do like his SIGs a little bit better. Some people think differently, but personally, I think his SIGs are a little bit better. And I think these switch packs have been giving us some W point guards. Not as tall as Paul Pierce, gives up 1 inch, but with the 94 3-point shot, the 98 driving dunk, obviously Iggy, known for having some great hops, the 94 ball handle, and then the defense. This is what I like more about this card. The fact that his defense is just insane. He can guard the 1 through 5. Really just an amazing defender. Great rebounding, amazing speed. You can get it up to 99 with the shoe if you really wanted to, which is why I say he is faster than Paul Pierce. Just a couple of reasons why I like this card more. And then in terms of the badges, has pretty much everything you'd want him to have. Hyperdrive, quick chain, downhill to make him move even quicker coming up the court, limitless takeoff. He has just so many good badges, and I think people don't even realize how good this card is, which is exactly the reason why I want Iguodala. Getting into the next card is going to be a card that I think has been super underrated ever since he came out. Honestly, this card is one of the best moving cards in the game, and people don't even know it. It might sound crazy. You might be looking at me crazy, but I promise you, give this card a try. Just simply give it a try. I don't even really want to get too much into it. I just think you should trust me. Crazy to say to trust me with 34,000 MT. I know it's a lot, but at 6'7", playing the 2, this card is going to have the best jump shot and the best dribbling SIGs of any card that you can get anywhere near this price range, and honestly, maybe even some of the best in the game. I'd give this card top 5 in terms of how he moves and dribbles in the game. The 97-3, the 95 driving dunk, 94 ball handle, but I promise you that's super low compared to how he moves. I promise you it feels like a 99. Great defense, 96 perimeter, 94 steal, 92 inside. Another card that you could play at the 3 if you wanted to. Even better rebounding than Korver, which is honestly the reason why he's higher, which is mainly just the movement and the fact that he can rebound better, which is why I think this card is just slightly better than that. And then coming into the next one would be the acceleration, the vertical, the strength, all of that being as great as it is. I do put him slightly over Korver. Korver is still a great option, but the movement on this card makes him insane. With the Hall of Fame hyperdrive and quick chain, also has blinders and chef. So you know he's going to knock down the shots. You know he's going to be able to dunk with the limitless takeoff. He's going to move better than pretty much any card in the game. And he's just going to overall get you so many buckets. I truly love that card. If it wasn't for the fact that I have too many forwards on my team, he would definitely have made my team. But we got a log jam right now of just players that I like too much. I like the Pascal Siakam card, and I like T-Mac Invincible way too much for me to really need him. But getting into the next card is this Marc Gasol card, which I think is probably the best center under 50K, except for the #1 spot. We're going to get to that in just a moment. But standing at 7'1", just a card that can do everything. He can finish at the rim. He could shoot. He could dunk. Obviously, Marc Gasol, a great defender inside and out. Great rebounder. 89 speed is not bad. Bam only has 90, and he's 6'9". So you're getting extra height, and you're only losing 1 speed, only losing 1 acceleration. But he is quicker with the ball. Great strength, great vertical, great stamina. And then mentally, you already know he's solid. But the 35 Hall of Fame badge is going to have pretty much every defensive badge. He has dimer, which is always a plus when your center has dimer. A good amount of shooting badges, and also has Hall of Fame quick first step. Just a bunch of reasons why I do think that Marc Gasol is perfect at the #5 spot. The switch packs have given us a ton of dubs, and this next one is going to be no exception to it. It's going to be Tobias Harris. This is going to be one of the best cards to simply just get you a stop and be able to hit the shot on the other end. Does have a duo with Tyrese Maxey if you want to look into that, the playoff rewards one. But this card right here, the 95 3 ball, obviously can finish at the rim. Not the best at handling the ball, but a great defender. I know the 92 perimeter and the 87 steal doesn't seem high, but just his size and his build helps him out so much. And it just, everything feels so much higher than it actually is. I promise you, put him in game. He gets so many bumps because of his size. 92 speed is great. 91 speed with ball. Not too bad for a card that you're not going to be dribbling with too much. But I promise you, this card gets so many bumps. I've had so many problems getting around this card in game. And I promise you, he will make such a big difference on your team. A great card to have. Great 3-and-D player. Like I said, this isn't going to be the card that you're going to be dribbling with. So if you're somebody who likes to dribble with your forwards, I would not suggest this card. But if you're a player who likes to ISO up top with your point guard or shooting guard, put the rest of your cards in the corner like a 5-out or whatever it may be, this would be the perfect card. Great jump shot, great bump animations on defense. Getting into the next one is going to be a card that I mentioned earlier as being pretty much my second favorite shooting guard in the game. It's going to be Pascal Siakam. This card can shoot from anywhere. It is crazy. His jump shot is so quick. He releases it above his head. It's so easy to see his release point, so easy to time. I love this card. Standing at 6'9", being able to play the 2 obviously gives you so much height and the ability to stop cards like T-Mac and other tall shooting guards in the game. The 92-3, I promise you, it feels so much better than that. The jump shot is so easy to time. 90 driving dunk. The 87 ball control, obviously low for a shooting guard, but I don't think you really have to dribble too much with this card. This would be the perfect card to run if you're going to run him at the 2. I would just make sure your point guard can dribble well, and I would try to have a small forward that can dribble well, maybe like a KD or a Joe Johnson or something like that at the 3 would be absolutely perfect. But amazing defense, great rebounding, super quick for a Siakam card, and just overall, everything you would want this card to have, he's going to have. I would try to find one with gold hyperdrive and gold quick chain, because unfortunately he doesn't come with that, which is why I put him at number 3 and not number 2. It seems like this one right here actually does have it added on to him, which is a huge dub. He might even have it Hall of Fame, which would make it even more worth the buy. Mine came with 36. I'm not sure where it's at, but just a super good card. I would definitely look at investing into that card because he is an absolute demon. But coming in at number 2 is actually, I did kind of lie about the Tobias Harris card. He's probably the second best 3-and-D player in the game. Getting into the actual best one, I kind of completely forgot he was even on this list. Still forget that he's even in the game because I've seen so little amount of people with this card, but he is a problem. It's Jonathan Isaac. Every year in 2K, he comes out with an amazing high jump shot, 6'11" at the 3. Can now finish over people, the 95-3 to 95 driving dunk. Great ball handle. Obviously, Jonathan Isaac, one of the best defenders in the league when he's healthy. Rebounding is average, which is why I like to play him at the 3. Speed is great. Strength is only an 87. Another reason why I play him at the 3. I didn't like his opal because his strength was too low, and I just couldn't play him at the 4, and that was the only spot I had. But at the 3, this card is an absolute problem. I might even consider picking him up just to put him at the end of my bench in case I ever need somebody to get me a quick stop. This would be the card. But this card, honestly, I don't think there's really much I have to explain. He has hyperdrive, which is insane. Just, it's a Jonathan Isaac card. I feel like if you played 2K for more than just this year, you know, you're going to know how good these cards are. And like I said, no exception to this one right here. Now, getting into number 1 is a card that has been underrated since yesterday when it came out. This card's only been out for 1 day, and he's so cheap. By far the best center in the game. An amazing jump shot. Obviously, with Bamba, you're going to get great defense. 7 foot. You could play him at the 5. You could play him at the 4. Either one. At the 4, he's going to be even better. The 92-3 to 90 driving dunk. 83 ball control on a 7-footer is great. He could defend inside. He could defend out, especially defend inside. Great rebounder. 94 speed on a 7-footer is absolutely insane. But this card right here is just, it's just so tough. Like, if I had a center spot available, I would get him because this card right here, I would take him over Bol. I have plenty of MT that I could put into a Bol card, but if I needed a center or a power forward, I would take Bamba over Bol 10 out of 10 times. He has every shooting badge you're going to want him to have. All the defensive badges, obviously, because it's Bamba. And just overall, being 7 foot, being 231 pounds, obviously is a little bit lanky for a center, but just his ability to block shots, his ability to get off the ground and move quick, You just don't need him to be heavy. He's going to be able to move. He's going to be great for guarding pick and roll, playing up and then sliding back into the paint to get passing lanes or be able to jump and get a block, whatever it may be. I love this card, and I definitely think it is the best card under 50k in the game. If you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate if you guys would hit that like button. Like I said, we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so hit that sub button. You already know content is coming every single day, and I'm out.